here from Stony Acres Gardening. I am super excited to be out in the wild today. So as many of you know, we sold our place in January and we have not found a new place yet. And normally this time of year, I'm doing all kinds of garden tours of my garden. Well, I don't have a garden other than just a few containers. So we're off in the wild today and we're here at Nancy's house. So Nancy is a member of the Gardening Academy and we are in the South Salt Lake Valley. So Garden Zone 6B, 7A right in there is what we're at. And we're just gonna take a look. Nancy has a gorgeous garden. So we're gonna kind of just wander through. AJ is behind the camera and we're just gonna kind of wander through and show off her garden and talk about a few of the things. So
Sounds
Nancy,
good.
thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So tell me first off, how long have you been at this garden?
At this garden, this will be our sixth season.
Sixth season.
Yep.
Okay, great. And how long have you been gardening overall?
Oh, I've tried for years.
Okay.
In grad school, we ate from our garden, you know, it was one of those student things.
Fun.
But then we had a couple of years where we didn't have a garden at all. We were living in a condo, but now when we moved to this house, we looked at it and all I could see was gardening in the backyard because there was nothing here. It was just grass and not even well-kept grass. So we started gardening and my husband is really the muscle behind the plan. And so he's built all these garden boxes and he's kind of sculpted everything out and built the greenhouse. And in the upper garden, he's built all but one of those beds. There was one bed up there. So yeah, it's just been an adventure, and now I'm just trying to keep up with my skills. So the Gardening Academy has been really helpful.
Thank you. Thanks. All right, well, what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of wander through and show you what Nancy has happening. We only have one microphone, so we'll kind of bounce back and forth, and we'll just kind of wander through and show the garden off. So let's orientate everybody so that we know where we're at. This is south and north here. The bulk of her garden is on 2 levels, so we're going to go through and we'll do plenty of cutaway videos for you as well so you can see this just gorgeous garden that Nancy has. So Nancy, talk about what we've got going here.
Well, we have some grow boxes here that are about 5 by 3, maybe 6 by 3, and I have tomatoes here, and I have a combination of heirlooms and hybrids. And then we have potatoes. So we have Yukon Gold and Russet and Red Pontiac here in these 2 beds. And my grandsons love to harvest the potatoes.
Yeah, that's fun. And by the way, these are looking, so that everybody knows, we're filming, what is today, the 25th, June 25th. Gorgeous. I mean, it's looking fantastic. Your potatoes are looking great. So let's wander over here. You said this is kind of towards your favorite part of the garden.
Yes, we're getting close. This is the squash here. And oh, look, we have some quail that keep eating the seeds. And so they left 2 of these squash plants alone. These are butternut, and this is red curry. But they ate these seeds, so I replanted them and I gave up. But look, they're here.
We were talking about this earlier. Quail are the bane of my existence. I love them, but I hate them. Nothing in this bed right now. We're going to, just so that everybody can see this, Nancy and her husband put in this drip system this year. This is a PVC drip system. I'll probably do a whole separate video on this because this is fun. They did a really good job of following my course. So yeah, you guys nailed it. So nothing here right now. This is the favorite part. You say the favorite part of your garden here.
Is right here. Well, let's turn this way. This is the pumpkin and popcorn project that my grandsons are helping me with, or I'm helping them with. And so I have 4 grandsons. The 9-year-old is in charge of data collection and analysis, and the 6-year-old is the photographer and historian. And so he takes pictures of everything, and the I guess he's 4 years old now. He is the I call it security and grounds maintenance. And he checks for bugs and does checks the water level, makes sure everything's watered enough. And it gives him an excuse to play in the hose. So, and then the 1-year-old is the general manager, and he just manages from afar. So,
This is fun. So you've got popcorn coming in here, and again, we talked earlier. We've got some quail damage here, and so
so
you
sad.
said you were going to be replanting some of this,
Yeah,
and then a
today.
couple of different pumpkins as well.
Yeah, this is
So.
a big max, so it should be 100 pounds.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Some grapes up here. What kind of grapes do we
I
have?
have, these are Concord that are over here, and then there's a red flame. Is it a red flame? And then Himrod on the far north side.
Okay, fun.
And I'm not a grape person, so if you have any hints about the grapes, let me know.
We are only moderate grape people too.
Oh,
So.
okay. All right, maybe I'll just Google it.
So let's look. Let's AJ. Maybe you can kind of just pan, and we'll talk while we're right here. So we've got onion beds. We've got sweet potatoes over here, and then you've got beans. What kind of beans?
I have scarlet runner beans on the east side, and are they provider beans? Are those pole beans? Maybe not.
Yeah, no, those aren't
Those
poles. So
aren't poles. A green bean.
So a different
Yeah,
green bean.
different variety.
ton of onions. Sweet potatoes. AJ, did you get the sweet potatoes?
Yeah, you were
Looking
right.
good?
They looked dead for the first 3 weeks,
Yeah.
and then suddenly, boom!
Sweet potato slips, especially. You bought them, right?
I did.
Yeah, when you buy
very
sweet
nice.
potato slips, they look awful for the first little while,
They do.
and then all of a sudden, boom, they're fine.
Yeah, so I have big hopes. I'm hoping they'll climb up this cattle panel.
Cool, fun. All right, let's wander over here while AJ does a little filming. So AJ, can you?
This is where my garlic used to be here.
So you've harvested already?
I did, yeah. And we planted it late. And they were pretty small, but it's another grandkid project. They were putting the clothes in it. So some of them came up, some of them didn't. But,
And I want to note the PVC system and how you cleverly installed a PVC drip system in containers.
Yeah.
So
My husband was out here at 2 a.m. with a headlamp on. I'm like, oh my gosh, give it a rest.
he did a really great job on this.
Good.
So now you call this the upper
The
garden?
upper garden,
So this is the
yeah.
upper garden. So you probably can't tell in the video, but there is a bit of a hill. There's some elevation to their yard. So this is up higher. So we're going to head up to the upper garden and see what she has going on up here. So we're going to just show you this. She's got some cabbages growing, and the assumption would be that you're protecting them from the cabbage moth.
Absolutely, because and from aphids, because I tried the insect netting last year, but you recommended during the Gardening Academy Q&A that I switch to frost because those stupid aphids, they can get in through that insect netting.
Yeah, and I did the
So-
same thing. I switched over to the insect netting, and it doesn't keep the aphids out.
No,
It doesn't. So yeah, the light fabric row cover is the way
That
to
was
go.
brilliant, yeah.
And then we've got a bunch of bunching onions
Yes.
here.
Oh, bunch.
So that's cool.
We love bunching onions.
I'm curious, does the owl keep the quail from up here, or?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so, and because I haven't seen any quail damage up here.
Interesting.
But we have an owl down there too, so
Huh.
I don't know. I don't know.
More potatoes.
Lots more potatoes. And then I'm succession planting my carrots and beets. So are beets supposed to look like that?
So that is what we call leaf miner damage.
Oh.
And guess what'll fix that?
Insect
Light
net.
fabric
Oh, light
row cover
fabric
or
row cover.
insect netting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
beets here, carrots. AJ, can you see the carrots here?
Oh yeah, look at some of the ones I just planted. Not just, but are coming up.
Already up.
Yeah.
Some herbs here. We've got some cilantro and parsley. It's late in the season, so
celery
Celery,
here,
celery.
here, and some lovely weeds that I can't reach through to get, but I will.
And these are the Armenian cucumbers.
Armenian cucumbers that I was going to have Merlin cucumbers, which are great for pickling, but my grandson said, "Oh no, Grandma, get the ones that have those massive cucumbers." So hopefully they will grow up here, and it won't take any time at all.
Yeah. Okay, and then back over here, And then it looks like here we have tomatoes and peppers. What else?
Yes, peppers.
Is that it?
And just milkweed.
Milkweed.
So I have this volunteer milkweed that is growing up, and it grows everywhere. Oh, there's another plant. And I'm pulling most of it out, but I'm leaving some for the butterflies. But I have Romas, and then I have some German pink tomatoes, and then sweet 100s.
Cool. And then over here we have asparagus. So how old is this asparagus bed?
4 years old.
4 years old.
And it's really fun. And I love the fact that I don't have to replant it every year, but we also love the asparagus, and my grandkids eat asparagus out of the garden. So a lot of times we don't have enough for dinner, but we have a great time in the garden.
So that everybody knows, and I'll probably do a separate video on this, but this is normal for asparagus. For those of you that don't grow asparagus, at a certain point, it starts to get away from you, and you let it get away, because this is now building the future. So as we let these go to fern, we call this fern, these will all summer long, they draw power and energy, they draw energy and nutrients down into the plants in the ground, and then that gets us next year's crop. And so we leave these until the fall, until they go brown.
I have a question for you, though. Look at these berries here. Are those seeds or what? What are those?
Technically, yes, but that's not really how we do. Is you know that you planted them using the crowns or the crowns.
Right.
Yes, technically there could be some in there.
Oh,
The one thing, when you live in an area, and we're fortunate enough to not have a really big problem with this, but the asparagus beetle, there's some varieties of asparagus beetles that are actually attracted to the berries specifically.
kidding.
And so when you have that problem, you pick the berries off
okay.
to keep them
Good to
keep
know.
them there. But
Good
yeah,
to
we
know.
don't have that issue here. So
Oh.
okay, and around the corner we'll take some B-roll of this, but she's got raspberries over here. What else do we want? Well, let's go see that apple tree. This is gorgeous too. Did you grow these? Did you start these daisies yourself?
These none of this was here. They had a little patio and no beds, nothing. Oh, and look at my lovely, well, here is my raspberries. And
So these are some new raspberries.
these I just planted, and I don't know if they're going to make it or not.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
Yeah, there's still some
But-
green there, so they might bounce
But
back.
these are the double royal purple. Royal purple and double golden raspberries.
And then we've got this fun tree here.
Yeah,
Tell us
the
about this
tree.
apple tree. This is your first year with apples, right?
It is our first year with apples, and we bought this. It's supposed to be an espalier apple tree, but we never got any apples. And I did some research and found that some apples are node bearing and some are end bearing, and apparently these are all end bearing. And so we let it grow this year, and we have tons of apples. And I just hope we can keep the birds from eating them. So we'll talk about that.
I'll give you some hints here in a second.
Talk about that later.
So
yeah.
this is, for those of you that have never heard of this before, this is one of those fun trees. So you said there's six different varieties. So this is one of the grafted apple trees. So it has 6 different varieties on it, and which may be part of the reason why it's not liking the sapleri.
Yeah.
So, all right,
So we'll see.
cool. One thing that we did want to do before we go is Nancy makes soaps. So tell us just a little bit about your soaps.
Oh, my soaps it's called Nearly Naked Soapery, and that's because they're all natural ingredients, but maybe I put some color or something, or a fragrance oil instead of an essential oil, and so that's why they're nearly naked. And they're really good for your hands, and they have really good, most of them are tallow-based, but I also have some lard-based, which is what the pioneers used to make, and it's really good for your skin. When I moved to Utah, I was amazed at how dry my skin got and my hands, and aging doesn't help either. So when I retired, I thought, well, now what do I do? So I just started investigating how to make soap, and I came up with this idea, and then all of a sudden everyone wanted some, and so I just put it out on Etsy.
And what's the name of your Etsy shop?
It's nearly naked soapery.etsy.com.
Okay, and we'll include that in the link.
Okay.
And if you are in Utah, you can go to the South Jordan Farmers Market
yeah.
in July and August and
in
get it as
July-
well.
In August and September and beginning. Starts August 8th this year through October 10th. And it's just a hoot. I love meeting the people.
And we'll do a cutaway of this. She's made a gardening academy
yeah.
hand soap for us, so
Absolutely.
we'll show that as well. Well, that's kind of a tour of Nancy's garden. We thought that it would be fun to be out in the wild and do something different on the channel. So Nancy, thank you for having us. We
Well,
appreciate it.
Thanks for the time.
Yeah.
It was fun to show off my garden.
Yeah, it's
My
fun.
husband's hard work.
All right, and Nancy is a member of the Gardening Academy, which is our membership. We'd love to
Yep.
have you guys come and join us as well. So thanks, Nancy, again for doing this. We'll put this on the Gardening Academy first, and then we'll do it on the YouTube channel. If you
Well-
want to join the Gardening Academy, that is in the link down below, so we'd love to have you there.
And it's really helpful.
Thank you. Thanks. All right, that's all we have for you for this week. Everybody have a fantastic week. Happy gardening.